Alrighty, so welcome back to another session of daily recaps. Today's date is February 12th. I took two trades today. One was a YM long and then one was a YM short. And let's go and jump straight into this. So I'm going to be working on more simplifying my approach versus just fucking everything. So basically what it was this. I'm just going to look here on the daily time frame. My first trade was long bias because we are in bullish order flow. We do have this daily C2 pushing us upwards, and we do have this these three highs that's located above. That's where I wanted to go, where I don't want to trade away from failure swings. We do have an SMT along those highs, but not something I'm truly looking at. I was more so looking at trading to those failure swings in itself. Right, looking here on the 4-hour time frame now, what can I take notice of? Again, these are triple equal highs, kind of not something that I would like to trade away from, so this is why I took the first trade. What am I taking a look at here is a low is impacted, and from this low gets impacted, we inverse this 4-hour gap, and from the inversion of this 4-hour gap, we open up a new 4-hour gap, and we can take notice that the bottom of the 6 a.m. candle is internal to external. And that's when I'm showing us that, okay, we can be going up to the upside. So if 6 a.m. is a nice C2 internal external and we have a PSP where NQ is falling, NQ, we are in a decoupled market. So I'm not really looking at NQ too much to go and relate to YM. I'm more so focused on YM because the targets is nicer. So with this being said, 6 a.m. C2, I'm looking for a 6 a.m. C or a 10 a.m. C3. Where do I want to form it from? The midpoint of this candle. 50%. The midpoint of that candle within 15-minute swings. We have a 15-minute swing formation here like this. Some shit on this line. There's like a 15-minute SMT like that. Something like that, anyway. If I remember correctly. Oh, no, it wasn't a 15-minute swing. It was just a sweep of this accumulation lows here. From this sweep like that. Sweep. Oh no, not CISD. Sweep. And then I took the CISD entry, which was this entry here, with very strong intent. So that was a Q10 a.m.'s low. This low now, I am not anticipating for this low to be revisited, and I would like to see this candle go and push us upwards to the equal highs that was located above. So that was my first entry. I'm just gonna fucking make it full screen. Right, and that was my first entry there. Got stopped out. Yeah, so we instantly got stopped out there. So wrong bias. From that wrong bias, I readjusted myself, zoomed out. Honestly, I was gonna call it a day, but then fucking I seen this guy, 15-minute C3 SMT at those highs, 15-minute CISD as well. And with this 15-minute CISD, I could see what was happening on NQ. NQ hit this low, which is the correlated low for YM, was this low. And if we're going to see YM fail to displace higher, then it's going to go one other way. And now I'm readjusting just based off of my profile, sees like that open high, accumulation, manipulation, and looking for YM to continue falling back down this way. And then we do take notice that NQ does start to accumulate. So we can play that lagging asset logic, as this candle is a lot more bearish than this candle is more pulling back into the range. And then we do have the SMT fill, as YM does not take this high and NQ does. And that's when you can see this 15-minute push down. So with that 15-minute model there and the 15-minute C3, I entered on the retap of this OB like that, to catch that lagging asset logic to go and break that SMT that is technically put in down here. So with that being said, I just took it to 2R because 2R is easiest for me. So here was my 2R and that was my exit. Could I have held it for the next 0.25R? Yes, I could have, but why did I want to take it off at 2R? Because 2R is the daily opening price. And with it being the daily opening price is located right there, what can we take notice here on the daily time frame? Is the fact that the daily time frame has a very large wick. So the wick size of this wick here, we could see and we can actually anticipate for daily open to be a very sensitive spot in price. And I didn't want to go and tap. I didn't want to go and risk being in that sensitive spot of price. Not only that as well, but at the same time as daily opening got tapped into the sensitive spot in price. I mean, yeah, you could have shot. I mean, I always go for 2R. Let's just put it that way. But at the exact same time of us tapping into a very sensitive spot in price, NQ tapped into its very relative low. So with NQ tapping into its very relative low and YM in a very sensitive spot of price, this is where we could see a different phase in price. So I just took it off at 2R. The next draw, which I would have been like full TP, would have been 2.5, and I'm not really willing to risk 0.5 for one, or I'm not really willing to risk 2R for 0.5 when it's fucking the final push has already occurred. So if NQ wanted to bounce here, we was going to see a reaction. That's the basic reason why, right? But other than that, that's pretty much the full daily recap. And yeah, if you guys like this type of content, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Came out with 1R on the day, clawing my way back. But yeah, we'll see from there, right? But other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next session. Peace.